Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Ankita Jain from DSPSR New Delhi. Today we are going to talk on module meaning, definition, types, significance, administration and future of employee benefits and services from paper Human Resource Management. An organization designs and establishes a benefit and service program to achieve the following: A. To keep in line with the prevailing practices of offering benefits and services which are given by similar concerns. B. To recruit and retain the best personnel. C. To provide for the needs of employees and protect them against certain hazards of life, particularly those which an individual cannot himself provide for. D. To increase and improve employee morale and create a helpful and positive attitude on part of workers towards their employers. E. To make the organization a dominant influence in the life of its employees with a view to gaining their loyalty and cooperation, encouraging them to greater productive efforts. To F. To improve and furnish the organizational image in the eyes of the public with a view to improving its market position and bringing about productive acceptance by it. G. To recognize the official trade union's bargaining strength, for a strong trade union generally constrains an employer to adopt a sound benefits and service program for his employees. Introduction. Management is concerned with attracting and keeping employees whose performance meets at least minimum level of acceptability and at keeping absenteeism and turnover to tolerable levels. The provision of benefits and services can be and are important in maintaining the employees and reducing or keeping turnover and absenteeism low. Financial incentives are paid to specific employees whose work is above standard. Employee benefits and services, on the other hand, are available to all employees based on their membership in the organization. The purpose of such benefits and services is to retain people in the organization and not to stimulate them to greater effort and higher performance. The faster loyalty and act as a security base for the worker. Meaning and definition. Employee benefits and services include any benefits that the employee receives in addition to direct remuneration. A formal definition is: Fringes embraces a broad range of benefits and services that employees receives as part of their total compensation package. Pay or direct compensation is based on critical job factors and performance. Benefits and services, however, are indirect compensation because they are usually extended as a condition of employment and are not directly related to performance. Employee benefits and services are alternatively known as fringe service programs, employee benefits, and hidden payroll. Similarly, the term benefits and services are often used interchangeably by some writers, but some maintain distinction between the two. For these people, the term benefit applies to those items for which a direct monetary value to the individual employee can be ascertained, as in case of pension, medical insurance, or holiday pay. The word service applies to such items as a company newspaper, company or purchasing services for which a direct money value for individual employee cannot be readily established. However, the two terms used interchangeably. On the contrary, different terms have been used for these benefits such as fringe benefits, welfare expenses, wage supplements, sub-wages or social charges. Perquisites other than wages or transparency incentives, The other items used are extra wages, hidden payroll, non-wage labor costs, or selected supplementary compensation practices. The glossary of current industrial relations and wage terms has defined fringe benefits as supplements to wages received by workers at a cost to employers. The term encompasses a number of benefits: paid vacations, pension, health insurance plans, etc., which usually add up something more than a fringe and is sometimes applied to a practice that may constitute a dubious benefits for workers. The International Labour Organization has defined fringe benefits as under: wages are often augmented by special cash benefits, the provision of medical and other services, or by payments in kind that form part of the wages for expenditure on the goods and services. In addition, workers commonly receive such benefits as holiday with pay, low-cost meals, low-rent housing, etc. Such additions to the wage proper are sometimes referred to as fringe benefits. Benefits that have no relation to employment or wage should not be regarded as fringe benefits, even though they may constitute a significant part of the worker's total income. This is fairly obvious in case of public parks, sanitation services, public and fire protection. The United States Chamber of Commerce includes 5 categories of services and benefits under the term fringe benefits. These are: first, legally required payments, that is old age pension, survivor benefits, disability pension, health insurance, unemployment insurance; separation, pay and payments made under Workmen Compensation Act; second, pension and group insurance and welfare payments; third, paid rest periods, waste up time, lunch periods; fourth, payment for time not worked, that is vacation and holidays; and fifth, Christmas bonus. Belcher defines these benefits as any wage cost not directly connected with the employee's productive effort, performance, services, and sacrifice. According to the Employers' Federation of India, fringe benefits include payments for non-working time, profits and bonus, legally sanctioned payment on social security schemes, workmen's compensation, welfare cess, and the contributions made by employers under such voluntary schemes as cater for the post-retirement medical, educational, cultural, and recreational needs of workmen. The term also includes the monetary equivalent for workers and subsidized housing and related services. Kochman views employee benefits as those benefits which are supplied by an employer to or for the benefits of an employee and which are not in the form of wages, salaries, and time-weighted payments. Thus, we can define fringe benefits as: it is a benefit which supplements the employee's ordinary wages and which is of value to them and their families insofar as it materially increases their retirement benefits. Fringe benefits help build up a good corporate image. Schemes like housing, educational, institutional, and recreational activities bring benefits to the society at large. An organization with the introduction of fringes seeks to enhance employee morale, remain cost-effective, and introduce changes without much resistance. Difference between wages and fringe benefits. Wages are directly related to the work done and are paid regularly, usually weekly, fortnightly, or monthly. Fringe benefits are payment which a worker enjoys in addition to the wages or salary he receives. Second, these are earned by the workers by performing job. These benefits are not given to workers for any specific jobs they have to perform but are offered to them to stimulate their interest in their work and to make their job more attractive and productive for them. Third, wages is labor cost which is determined to a worker's productive efficiency. And fringe benefits, a labor cost is a fringe only when it is an avoidable factor, that is when it can be replaced by money wages without determinant to a worker's productive efficiency. Fourth, wages, it is direct reward geared to the output, effort or merit of an employee. It is offered on the basis of hard work or long hours of work put in by an employee. And fringe benefits, it is never a direct reward geared to the output, efforts, or merit of an employee. It is offered on the basis of length of service, his sickness, sex, the hazards of life he encountered in the course of his work. Fifth, wages, it is a labor cost which is offered to all employees according to their nature of job. And fringe benefits, it's a labor cost that should be intended by an employer as a benefit desired by his staff. It is a fringe benefit when it is enjoyed by all the employees. Sixth, wages, it is basic necessity which every employee requires on the basis of his hard working. And fringe benefit must constitute a positive cost to the employer and should be incurred to finance an employee benefit. If the benefit increases a worker's efficiency, it is not a fringe, but if it is given to supplement his wages, it fringe benefit. Goals of employee benefits. Fringe benefits satisfy three goals, that is, first, social goals. Human resources is the most precious of all resources. In the words of Philadelphia Charter 1944, labor is not a commodity. It is entitled to a fair deal as an active participant in any program of economic development and social reconstruction. Article 43 of the Constitution of India provides all workers should be given a living wage, conditions of work ensuring decent standard of life, and fuller enjoyment to ensure social and cultural opportunities. The Fringe Benefits Act as a social lever in helping conservation of this precious resource. By guarding against its unnatural erosion and providing the climate for its development in a working environment. Second, human relations goal. The management through motivation tries to develop and maintain human relations, that is, mutual interest, individual differences, motivation, and human dignity. The management provides with an environment which will reasonably meet the economic, social, psychological needs of the employees so that their cooperation could be obtained and productivity of the organization enhanced. Next, macroeconomic goal. For maintaining the growth and stability in the economy of a country, ideal utilization of non-human and human resources is imperative. Fringe benefits do provide protection during periods of contingencies of life, for training and development of the employees, and for good working conditions and assistance to supplement their main income, opportunities for social interaction through cultural, recreational facilities, etc. Types of employee benefits and services. First, it should be computable in terms of money. Second, the amount of benefit is not generally predetermined. Third, no contract indicating when the sum is payable should exist. Going by the three criteria, many items are included in the category of fringes. Legally required payments. First, old age, supervisors, disability, and health insurance, commonly known as Social Security. Second, workers' compensation. Third, unemployment compensation. Contingent and deferred benefits. First, pension plans. Second, group life insurance. Third, group health insurance. It includes A. Medical expenses, hospitalization and surgical. B. Disability income, short-term and long-term. Fourth, guaranteed annual wage. Fifth, prepaid legal plans. Sixth, military leave and pay, jury duty and bereavement paid leave, service awards, severance pay, travel allowances. Second, company car and subsidies. Third, moving expenses. Fourth, uniform and tool expenses, employee meal allowances. Sixth, child care facilities. Significance of benefit and service program. First, payment for time not worked. Companies provide payment for time not worked both on the job and off the job. On the job free time includes lunch periods, rest periods, coffee breaks, wash-up times, and get-ready times. Off the job time includes vacations, sick leaves, public holidays, and personal or casual leaves. Second, insurance benefits. Organizations offer life and health insurance program to their employees. Most of organizations offer insurance at a cost for below what individual would have to pay to buy insurance by themselves. Third, compensation benefits. Disability and workers' compensation benefits are also offered to employees. Employees contribute funds to assist workers who are ill or injured and cannot work owing to occupational injury or ailment. These benefits are regulated by Workmen Compensation Act. Fourth, pension plans. Most organizations offer plans to provide supplementary income to employees after they retire. These are either company paid or joint employee and company paid programs meant to supplement Social Security. Along with pensions, organizations pay gratuity to employees attaining superannuation. There is, however, a ceiling on gratuity which may not be justified. If an employee has served an organization for a long time, there is no reason why he or she should be denied the benefit of higher gratuity. A company's social security and workers' compensation contributions are set by the law, but how much to contribute for other kinds of benefit is up to each company to decide. Some organizations contribute more to the cost of these benefits than others. Some others pay the entire cost, others pay a percentage of the cost of certain benefits such as health and insurance and bear the entire cost of others. Administration of employee benefit and services. Organizations fumble while administering employee benefits and services. Organizations have seldom established objectives, systematic plans, and standards to determine the viability of the programs. The main problem is the lack of employee participation. Managers, too, take little interest in the benefits programs, and trade unions are almost hostile to the schemes. Managers are not even aware of organizations' policy towards benefits and their contribution to the quality of corporate life. Trade unions entertain a feeling of alleviation as the benefits are likely to erode their base. These problems can be avoided if steps are taken. Establishing benefit objectives. It is essential for the management to establish objectives for its benefit program. In establishing objectives, the management may consider several factors. One such consideration is employee preference for benefits. Personal HR outcomes, attendance, length of service, and performance should also receive due attention in the objective setting process. Typically, benefits accomplish four objectives. First, fostering external competitiveness. Second, increasing cost effectiveness. Third, meeting individual employees' needs and preferences. And fourth, complying with legal compulsions. Assessing environment. External as well as internal factor influence a company's indirect and remuneration programs. Among the external factors are included such aspects as government policies and regulation, unions and economic factors. Indirect remuneration constitutes a major chunk of labor costs, benefits, and services receive top priority in the cost reduction drive. On the other hand, competition in the labor market to attract and retain production employees creates pressure to match the benefits offered by others. Assessing competitors offered by competitors. How to ascertain the competitor's benefit package. These are assessed through markets offered, their coverage, eligibility, and cost. The data allow employers to assess the competitiveness of their benefits and costs with those offered by others. Communicating the benefits. Benefit programs must be communicated to employees through booklets, brochures, slide presentations, and regular employee meetings. An effective technique is to use employee calendars, which communicate the total remuneration components. Each month of the calendar shows a company employee receiving a benefit. Communication helps remove ignorance of employees and of employers too about indirect remuneration. Further, employers might be able to increase the productivity and the advantages of good employee benefits by making employees aware of what the company does for them that does not appear on their pay slips. Evaluation and control. One way of assessing the usefulness of fringes is to ascertain how far the advantages claimed in favor of indirect monetary schemes have really benefited the employees. The questions relevant in this context are: first, have the earnings of employees improved? Second, have the benefits been able to attract and retain competent people? And third, has the morale of employees gone up? And fourth, have industrial relations improved? Cost of fringe benefits is reliable test of their effectiveness. Employee benefit costs can be computed on following lines. First, total cost of benefits annually for all employees. Second, cost per employee per year. Third, percentage to annual pay roll. And fourth, cost per employee per hour. Assessing competitors. How to ascertain the competitor's benefit package. The data allow employers to assess the competitiveness of their benefits and costs with those offered by others. Communicating the benefits. Benefit programs must be communicated to employees through booklets, brochures, slide presentations, and regular employee meetings. An effective technique is to use employee calendars, which communicate the total remuneration components. Each month of the calendar shows a company employee receiving a benefit. Communication helps remove ignorance of employees and of employers too about indirect remuneration. Further, employers might be able to increase the productivity and the advantages of good employee benefits by making employees aware of what the company does for them that does not appear on their pay slips. Evaluation and control. One way of assessing the usefulness of fringes is to ascertain how far the advantages claimed in favor of indirect monetary schemes have really benefited the employees. The questions relevant in this context are: first, have the earnings of employees improved? Second, have the benefits been able to attract and retain competent people? And third, has the morale of employees gone up? And fourth, have industrial relations improved? Cost of fringe benefits is reliable test of their effectiveness. Employee benefit costs can be computed on following lines. First, total cost of benefits annually for all employees. Second, cost per employee per year. Third, percentage to annual payroll. And fourth, cost per employee per hour. Problems raised by benefit programs. Many problems arise when these programs are adopted and administered. These are charge of paternalism. When too many benefits and services are offered to employees, a feeling develops that employees are playing the role of parents and the workers are looked upon as their children. Moreover, the latter sometimes develop the feeling that these benefits and services are their right, which is not really so. Second, excessive expenditure. The administrator of these benefits and services is a fairly costly affair, involving large outlays of direct and indirect financial expenditure and often involves a great deal of paperwork. Third, fads become fashionable. With the introduction of these benefits and services in one company, the other concerns bear with another to introduce them as well. Credit unions and severance pay are examples of benefits which were once considered to be novel but are now commonplace in industry. Fourth, maintenance of the least productive workers. With an increase in benefits and services, employees, particularly when they are not very productive, tend to stick to their jobs and are not interested in changing them. Fifth, neglect of other personal functions. When a management becomes more concerned about the provisions and administration of benefits and services, it often pays very little attention to other aspects of personal programs. Overemphasis on these benefits and services may often develop a concern among the employees for their future security rather than for their present productivity. Future of employee benefit. Current benefit packages have evolved over the years from the plans that address the basic needs of the workers and provided minimum benefits to the individuals. Today, we see a much more complex pattern of plans with enhanced flexibility tailored to meet the needs of individuals and costing public sector and private sector organizations dearly in terms of rupees. Employees in general are more educated, more sophisticated, and more demanding of remuneration, including fringe benefits. Employers are therefore required to devise newer benefit plans to attract and retain competent personnel. Keeping a watch on the benefit cost, certain guidelines to make benefit programs more effective are given here. First, fringe benefit programs should be looked at as worthwhile corporate instrument in HRM. Second, future policy planning in this area will have to keep in view some fresh relevant points. Non-unionization and skill shortage are no more relevant for policy consideration. Third, any meaningful package of benefits must reflect some prospective planning. Inflexibility brings stagnation. Fourth, separate programs directly beneficial to workers from those that are directed towards community welfare. Clubbing them together adds to their cost. This may not be liked by workers. It is advisable not to have a facility rather than neglecting it in its administration. And poor internal communication hurts the program in at least three ways. First, more money spent for officers' welfare. Second, excessive money spent on corporate image building at the cost of more bonus. And third, priority to officers' children in admission to schools, therefore makes the internal communicated system effective. Devise new ways to involve workers and their representatives at all levels of planning and implementation. So students, now summarize what we have learned in this module. An organization designed and established a benefit and service program to achieve the following. A. To keep in line with the prevailing practices of offering benefits and services which are given by similar concerns. B. To recruit and retain the best personnel. C. To provide for the needs of employees and protect them against certain hazards of life, particular those which an individual cannot himself provide for. D. To increase and improve morals and create a helpful and positive attitude on the part of workers towards their employer. A. To make the organization a dominant influence in the lives of employees with a view to gaining their loyalty and cooperation, encouraging them to greater productive efforts. F. To improve and furnish the organizational image in the eyes of the public with a view to improving its market position and bringing about product acceptance by it. And G. To recognize the official trade union bargaining strength, for a strong trade union generally constrains an employer to adopt a sound benefits and service programs for his employees. Thank you.